So let me just open up my island real quick. Well, I'm seeing if this game works. Okay, now the sound's working. As we're getting out of bed. Okay, that's an automatic light, I guess. Okay, the sound's definitely working right now. It is a little laggy, but I don't care as long as I am able to read stuff, because I hate when I'm not able to read anything. My dirty little secrets. The last human on Earth was sitting alone in a room. There came a knock on the door. I've never cared for keeping a diary, but now seems to be a good time to start keeping one. Why? Because after all these years, I just can't forget about what used to be the light of my life. I know, overdramatic much. Knowing Brian Colmer was as much as I did, was bound to leave that big chunk of residue. Let's just say this diary is what's left of our relationship. 3 years, no, 3 years have passed, and the world around me is still the same. Well, except for me. I look like a mummified corpse. What would B say if he saw me again? B left Rosen Park the moment he graduated high school to go to a fancy college of his dreams. Since then, I could only rely on my memories of him to keep on going. I wonder if it was the same for him too. When you love someone, his whole existence just gets etched into your brain, so no matter how much B changes, I will always know it's him. But will B do the same for me? I know B liked me a lot too, but he was not the most likely person to remember stuff. Considering how long 3 years felt for me, it's possible he did forget about me, or am I giving him a little too much credit? So here comes the question. Will he remember me? I'm going to say no. Oh. Well, we're supposed to use a pencil because that makes sense. Who am I kidding? Like any of it matters now. Brian is a great guy and all, but after all this time, I can't be sure of anything. I just hope our time together was meaningful enough to him. Enough to make him cherish even the darkest ones. Speaking of cherishable memories, I wonder what happened to Joe's Diner. Used to be my favorite place. Naturally, because it was B's favorite place to begin with. If there were two things that were too good for Rosen Peak, it would be Brian and Joe's Diner, home of the best pancakes in the world. Yeah, that reminded me when I was playing this. It sounds exactly like Jay's Diner from Parks and Recreation, and I'm wondering if it's a reference because they had like the best waffles in the world or something, according to Leslie Knope. So it's just a weird reference to, well, I mean, cool reference actually, because I love that show, Parks and Rec. I haven't seen it in a while actually. I'm just inviting my manager to come on my island, Joe's Diner. 5 stars, Brian Colmer. Things were so much easier back then. B could just go, hey, and I would just be like, hey. What conversations. Nothing but hanging out after that, with some occasional visit to Colton Hill. We had such a good thing going. Will he remember my voice? Oh, shit. Okay, I guess we hung up. And that's that. Will he say hey to me again? Oh my god. How do we answer the phone? There we go. Okay. That was weird. I could not even hear anything. Did time already ruin our moments? I just wanted to say hello every time I called him, but what I want to do and can do are two different things, as always. Just enjoying Bree's presence on the other side of the phone was satisfying too, in a way though. It's their intellectual conversations. Hey, hi. I imagine eagerly waiting to hear something other than my breath. Or your vocabulary of two words. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Can we close that? Okay. I don't know why I'm looking in the fridge, but I'm just checking. Okay, now it's a little laggy, but hopefully it will calm down. So far I can read everything, and that's all I care about. Oh, here we go. I can only... okay. I can only read it when it's like that, unfortunately. Just wait for the thing. That as a debut out August 21st, 2006. I was 12 years old. And I think it was 2006. I think that was my 5th grade year. No. That was just before my 6th grade year. I guess I was 12. Yeah, because I was 12 in 6th grade, and I was 15 when I started high school. So, okay, I was just about to start middle school. That as a debut outfit, I admire your confidence, Sam. And with that, my whole high school years were probably over. First day of new school, and the new girl. Oh my god, I did it again. First day of new school, and the new girl in town got classified as undesirable by what seems to be the Queen of Wayrite Academy. I spent last night telling myself, confidence, Sam, confidence. But it looks like I should... oh my god. Can I... okay. Okay. Looks like I should have spent that time picking better clothes. I try not to care too much about blending in, but these kids already look at me. Like I'm candy handed out by strangers. The package seems fine, but you know there's something fishy in there. Judging from the whispers, I could figure out they didn't know Wayrite even accepted transfers. It's been less than 24 hours since I moved to Rosen Park, and I already enjoy sitting alone in my dorm room more than attempting to socialize with people who call me a city girl. Well, screw you two hillbillies. Besides, I decided not to force myself into making friends other than my old friends after how my old friends decided to turn on me. I just hope these guys leave me alone at least. Keeping a diary sure can help things together in all this chaos. I haven't kept a diary since kindergarten. But that seems like a good time. But it seems like a good time to restart. A good time to restart. Kudos to mom for giving me the advice. Oh shoot, almost forgot calling mom. Write you later, diary. My only true friend. Love, Sam. Okay, that's the first letter from, or diary entry, I guess, from Sam. I wish I could sneak into people's minds. Just checking up there. Look beyond their eyes just by staring. If I had that power, I would never stop looking through B's window. Will B remember the moment he came into my life? For me, it's as clear as the moment he left. So clear that the downfall of our relationship still cuts deep in my heart. Blood, stranger, friend, special someone. Yeah. What a weird cycle. Life in Frozen Peak was a jar filled with bittersweet candies. Not exactly tasteful, but I learned to enjoy it. Nevertheless, it's where my heart lies. Wrote a poem in B's memory. He used to struggle with Miss Lasley's poetry practices, even if he didn't have to try that hard. Miss Lasley always told us, poetry is not about using fancy words. Let your feelings do all the work. Well, this is how I feel. I stand at his doorstep, heart filled with desire. He rushes down the stairs, heart red like fire. But before his spirit can soar, first he must answer the door. What the fuck psychedelic experience was that? Who's there? I cannot see a thing. Am I not supposed to be able to see anything? Eh. I thought, is it an automatic light ended? I'm confused. Okay. Okay. Maybe I wasn't supposed to see anything. Okay, we have another diary entry. Okay, hopefully it's as Stacy is a classic. FYI, she's the one who talked crap about my favorite vintage shirt. It's like she jumped straight out of a cheesy teen drama. Blonde, hot, always talking, and a cheerleader. She even has a beefy jock for a boyfriend. I didn't want to start talking shit about someone already, but how could I resist? Every time I get in Stacy's view, every time I get in Stacy's view triggered an obvious backbite. I'm seriously starting to think she's under a curse that kills her if she stopped talking about someone else. Sadly, coping with her bitchiness wasn't the hardest part of the day. Mom called again. As far as she knows, it's just rainbows and butterflies here in Frozen Peak. I can still remember the complicated face she made when I told her that my application was accepted by Wainwright. None of us were expecting them to approve a transfer request of an 11th grader. Even if she told me she understands my need to move out of the city, I feel really guilty for leaving her alone. You used up your last runaway chance, Sam. Get yourself together. If not for you, for Mom. August 22nd, my sister's 2006. It's my sister's 9th birthday because I was 3 years, because I was 3 years older than her. Hey. I'm just going to check the door one more time. just to be safe. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Other Wayrite kids were so predictable. Their doors were already open even before I put my hand on the knob, but B's doors was closed shut and so beautifully painted. Everyone liked him, but couldn't get him to open up. Here's a creepy picture of a keyhole and a mouth with some teeth. I knew there was something more behind that pretty paint, something behind his bright smile. But on the other hand, being able to hang out with him was a good enough blessing for me, enough to make me want to never leave his side. Never, ever. She's wasting paper. She just wasted an entire page. Just for a drawing. She is a wasteful bit. Oh. Am I schizophrenic? No, that's just a shadow. I thought that was somebody. I do that all the time in real life too. I think it's a shadow or something, and it's just... Well, I mean, I think it's a person, and it's just like a fucking object or shadow or something. That's Deoxys from Pokemon. I'm glad she likes Pokemon, that's cool. What the fuck? Dude. The window's open again. Can't really do anything about it. Oh, there we go. Oh, here we go. August 26th. My first Rosen Peak weekend. As the name itself gives away, the small town fits perfectly as a setting for a mystery horror genre. A lush forest, endless hills, and a lake that I'm certain is hiding a couple of dead bodies. I could pay a visit one day and take some gorgeous shots. As for now, I'm just going to leave those POI on my to-do list, which is already filled with a crazy amount of homework. I know now why youngsters of Wayrite will try to get as far away from school as possible after class to escape from choking on the pressure that teachers give them, even on weekdays. Pretty girls like Stacy will have their boyfriends give them a ride, and others make use of the power of public transportation to get to the more crowded part of town. It does feel quiet with no one left at school, but at least I don't feel as lonely as I was in San Diego. At least I don't have to watch everyone I know turn their faces away like I'm some kind of demon spawn. At least I don't have to be reminded how fucked up things can be in a single moment. Moving on won't be easy, but at least I keep myself busy. It won't be that hard. As for my weekend plan, I'll just improvise in the morning. Write you later. Love, Sam. B was always pushing his limits. Well, it was more like he was always being pushed, but at least he was good at it. That's why he naturally was the best quarterback of the team while meeting a high grade for a star player. And this is, obviously because the people made this game. Like, if you're quarterback, you have to be really smart. Like, I think it's just a stereotype, I guess. False stereotype. I mean, football is a very complicated game. And I don't think people give credit to football players, especially the quarterback. Quarterbacks have to be really smart, and especially if this place takes place in California, they're known for, their quarterbacks. Especially Jared Goff came from California, and there's quite a few quarterbacks, and they're known for their progressive offenses and, progressive style play with complicated formations and stuff, even at the high school level. So it's a stereotype. Obviously, the people that made the game is just, rolling with that. There's no problem with that. B was the best quarterback Wainwright can ask for. Seeing him running all over, all sweaty on the field, always triggered something tingly with me. Something that made me want to catch him behind his back and never let go. All sorts of feelings and thoughts were pumped restlessly into my brain with every heartbeat. It gave me a bad headache, a good kind of bad headache. I wanted to stop. I wanted it to never stop. How is there a good kind of bad headache? I can't. Yeah, no headache is good. I hate headaches. Okay. But as soon as B gave me that hey, all those headaches were washed away. It used to be the best prescription I could ask for. Take the pain away and let only the good things stay. Hey. Hi. Hi. Aren't we supposed to... What were we supposed to do? Oh. Okay. Okay. Apparently she likes greetings. Oh, great. August 31st, 2006. For a boarding school, Wainwright intellectuals were not that interested in becoming intelligent. I visited the library today, and two things surprised me. The place was much bigger than the one in my old school. Someone could get lost in there. Number two, I had a strong feeling that people rarely visit the library, maybe because they feared being lost in there. The place was too clean. Even the books showed little sign of human touch. Now, I feel sorry for complaining about Miss Lastly's book assignment. I wonder if Stacy is even thinking of picking a book, with her admiring her boyfriend's Kyle's tattoo all day. I doubt she has any spare time to do that. Is she depending on Kyle to do the reading for her? Seriously, according to what I saw so far, he's either busy he is busy reacting to whatever's coming out of Stacy's mouth, or working up some shenanigans with his jock buddy, Brian. Was it? Oh, yeah, right. In the meantime, I should be more concerned about myself and the well-being of the whole school. We too cool for books. Or grammar. Open those eyes, no need for words. The sweetest love songs those eyes utters. So turn around and sing for me. We run like the wind, we sing from the... What the hell? Oh. God damn it. Nope. Dude, what am I supposed to do with it? Hey, there, that's gone. And we got another diary entry. Let's see how long I've been live for. Sorry. September 4th, 2006. Visited the library again. A bit more people than before. And among them was Brian. It's not worth a bother, but seeing a major skank's boyfriend, Bud, wandering around a library is uncanny by anyone's standards. He must have been there to pick the book for Miss Lasley's assignment. What's that? I almost got too close to him trying to see what he was going to pick. I really hope he didn't notice that I'd rather be known as a regular geek than a creepy one. A jock in a library? Now I've seen everything. Woe is me. Hate to admit it, but seeing Brian at the library was today's only diary-worthy event. Probably because it's the only human interaction that didn't give me the sensation of someone talking behind my back. At least today's entry is a tad more meaningful than what I wrote yesterday. I need to revise my book options now. Write you later. Love, Sam. Okay. Can we sit back down? Can we turn the page? Yeah, we can. I miss him. Even when I'm with him, I see him, even when he is not looking. Great, she's under the bed. Oh. I thought I saw something there. It's another diary entry. I wonder what year this is supposed to be. Like, I know this is probably the past, and I'm assuming it's probably like 2010 or I don't know. That's what I would guess. It was Mr. Kane's 9th psychology class, and he still managed to come up with another lame activity. This time, he gave each of us a sheet and made us write down some of our own personal traits. For the next 10 cringy minutes, I managed to squeeze out some of the aspects of myself that I could hate less. After that, Mr. Kane told us to think about whether or not others would agree to each of them. He called it re-engaging the perspective towards oneself. Blah, blah, wow. Like I really needed to reevaluate my stupid self. But it's not like the dumb subconscious exercise that's bugging me right now. When the papers were being passed around, Brian, yep, him again, kind of smiled at me. It's 11 p.m. now. Why am I writing about this? It's most likely an accidental glance, but I still don't know why the very image of him hovered in my head for the rest of class. Okay, the rest of the day. Stupid brain probs wanted an excuse for screwing up today's math test. Get out of my brain. Dude, what the fuck? Is that really what Sam looks like? As the time we spent together grew longer, one question kept on growing with it. What does me in B's eyes look like? disgusting, apparently. Does he see me as I see him? Does he see me as I see myself? Does he see me as I want him to? I screamed in agony, but there was nobody to even hear it. Will others think that I do not overthink? Oh. Sure. Would never lie to my friends. Never use others for my personal gains. Sure. Am I a fucking freak? Am I dead? September 11th, 2006. I was returning some of the books I checked out when he came out of nowhere. Hey, anything worth reading? I never thought the voice was aimed at me, but my heart was somehow already skipping a beat. Brian had to tap me on the shoulder to get my complete attention. Sam, right? I know you've been going in and out of the library, he said with a buttery voice. It's not like I've been stalking you or anything. I come here from time to get this stupid assignment out of the way so I can focus on my games. He said he couldn't find anything interesting to read, and since all I could think of were comics, he could use guidance. My mind was still jumbled up from the ambush. All I can remember saying is, "How about Misery?" Stephen King's works are good enough to get you started, 'cause boys like any story with blood and breaking bones, right? Oh God, I don't recall how the rest of the conversation went, but I'm sure he said, "See you later," at some point, and I said, "Yeah, see ya." Misery. Real nice, Sam. Brian didn't know you were a weirdo. He does now. Okay. Yeah, we can turn the page. What I did for B. All of them. Because I loved him. Why couldn't he just understand? Others were nothing but poison. I was the only one who truly cared. But B didn't even appreciate the things I'd done for him. I can't do anything. Never mind. I need something to drink just because I've been talking a lot. But B didn't even appreciate the things I've done for him. I never wanted a drama. I wanted a poemish life. A tender, subtle love story written only for his eyes. It's totally fine if no one else gets it, as long as B does. B was always welcome in my world. I gave him the key to it. Hey, it's the heart key from Resident Evil 2. We can get into the basement, I think. Is that what the heart key is for? It's either basement or it's one of those ones in the death hallway. In the east wing of the police station. In the original RE2. Excuse me. Even if he lost it, he could always come back to our world and find it. And I think it's a good time to come back now, B. Let's go back to our small world, where I placed my hearts at everywhere you loved. Let's go back. We didn't read that part yet. I don't think. The bathroom is like the most laggy part. Why am I getting... I always get Discord notifications from... It's like... I don't have any of my friends on Discord. So it's like random Discord service I'm a part of. Yeah, we didn't read that part yet, I don't think. Oh, let's go back. Maybe that's the clue. Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. But I know he's not coming back. I will never hear that, hey, again, ever again. I will never know what's behind his door, locked tight with smiles, because I gave him my key, and B didn't. Okay. Okay, I think this is the one we're supposed to... Don't close. September 16th, 2006. Turns out the lake does have a history of having a dead body in it. I know this because I visited there. I visited there because Brian took me there. What? It all happened so fast. I was outside the yard reading when Brian appeared out of nowhere. Again. He said, "Hey," and I started telling me how he actually enjoyed the book and how he never read the same book twice in his life, and said he was heading out, and he offered me to give me a tour of the town. 40 minutes later, we were passing by Joe's Diner, home of the world-famous pancakes, says Brian. There was also an arcade across the diner. Brian hates that place because it's teeming with 10-year-olds. The donut shop was Brian's must-go-to place too, unlike the music store, which according to him seriously needs to restock. I found my own POI, a bookstore. It was weird seeing a bookstore and a gym standing side by side though. At the end of the tour, I got to taste that sweet pancake Brian worshipped. Out the window, I could see the weird gigantic hill that was also visible from my dorm room. Brian revealed that it's his secret base of some kind, since few people actually visit Colton Hill. He jokingly said he would take me there when I'm cool enough. After dinner, Brian dropped me off at the bus station and drove to meet with his friends. Excuse me, but I was exhausted, but hyped up beyond my limits. I can't sleep. How could I when the whole day just feels like a dream? Pick up the Sharpie. There we go. Okay. Here we go. So it's Joe's Diner. Hold on, I need to get my hair dyed again. I think that's the donut store. And here's Colton Hill. And hopefully I did that right. I miss Morning Dew Bakery. I never shut up about its donuts. So tasty. They did taste sweet, just like Bee's heart. Each bite was another memory to savor. But just like a donut, it had an expiration date. It turned cold and bitter. I miss its warmth. I miss its sweetness. I need to eat it. I need to eat it up. Okay, is this where we use the Sharpie? No. It's not. Okay, that's the microwave. Oh, here we go. Because the refrigerator's open. Oh, goody. It's a donut. What is a donut doing here? Put the donut in the fucking microwave. Here we go. Oh my god. I hate when games are laggy. I don't know why this game's like super laggy. I was playing Fallout New Vegas on here just to see, and it worked perfect. It worked better than on my PS3. Dude, what the fuck? Hey, and there's a letter in the microwave. I didn't know donuts could turn into letters. I mean, not letters. I mean, it looks like a letter, but it's a diary entry. September 25th, 2006. The Golems just obliterated the Hammerheads today. I now know why they say Brian and Kyle are more than just buds. I would have called them an awesome duo if Kyle wasn't an asshole of a douche. I mean, the guy has his name tattooed on his arm. Call me old-fashioned, but I think he should just go to a hospital and get that ego checked out, because it must be swollen huge. At least he leaves me alone other than giving me that creepy stare when I pass by. I understand how Stacy can keep... I can't understand... or... oh, no. I understand how Stacy can keep hanging out with him. But Brian... they do say we sometimes become friends with those who are on opposite ends, so maybe it's not such a weird thing. For me, the real win was the photos I took of Brian. Watch out for Sam Holt, the rising teenage stalker. Bringing the Polaroid camera I bought years ago during my camera geek phase seems like a good idea now. I know I promised myself to stay away from people, stay away from the drama, but when I look at Brian, when he talks to me, it feels like maybe, just maybe, it's okay to have a little drama for myself. I'm not ready to define what this feeling is, but for now, I'm going to label it as looking for a shoulder to cry on, and just shove it under my bed, just like the pictures I took today. September 25th, 2006. Probably right before the Phillies lost that wild card spot in their 2006 playoff race to the Dodgers. how cool it got. Okay. Just a stupid. Okay. Can we go to the next page of the scrapbook or whatever this is called? Yeah, we already read this. Because just like donuts, or whatever, but just like a donut, it had an expiration date. It turned cold and bitter. I miss its warmth. I miss its sweetness. I need to eat it up. I hate every moment I was not with B. I was helpless. Every day I wanted to call him just so we could chat, but I was afraid of what Brian would think of it. It could even hurt his reputation. When I finally worked up to the nerve to call, all I could do was listen to him say hello. That was as far as our late night phone call chit chat would go. I hung up, wondering if he knew who was on the other end of the line. I remember the strong evening yeah. Okay, so I remember the strong evening sensation that came every time I called him. That red, fiery sensation. Red. What the hell? She couldn't even finish it. So fucking red. Red everywhere. Finish what you started. I can't, you won't let me turn the page. Bitch. Okay, so we have to finish these drawings of Sam and Brian. I'm going to use my mouse for this. You've got to be kidding me. Dude, seriously? I'm dead. Dude. Wow. I was drawing it in a straight line. Or, oh my god. Fucking Sam. Okay, round number 2. Ian versus the Heart. Can we start on the top and go this way? Okay, that worked. Oh, damn. Can you open the fucking door? Oh, great. Now I have to do it when it's fucking wet. Dude, are you serious? There we go. Sam and Brian. What the fuck? Did I die? No, I'm in the... Is this, the hill? Colden Hill or whatever the fuck it's called? Now we're playing Slender Man, the 8 pages. Apparently they put that in the game. Is this like a hallucination or something? Sam, meet me at Colton Hill. You know where to find me. Brian. My God. Okay. Yep, it's the same thing. September 28th, 2006. Due date for Miss Lasley's book report is right around the corner, and I'm still not finished. Only if I wasn't too disturbed. Normally, I wouldn't bother reading a tween romance story, but for some reason I thought, hey, why not? The premise for Mingled itself is pretty generic. Jenny has a huge crush on her childhood friend Michael. Excuse me, but she can't get Michael to think of her as more than just friends. She reaches a conclusion that it's because of all those girls around him. So she starts making a lot. She reaches a conclusion that it's because of all those girls around girls around him. So she starts making a list of all those basic girls who also have a crush on Michael. What she's planning to do is yet to be revealed. If I can finish reading the book by tomorrow, I'll finish the report with enough time for a revise. P.S. I wonder how Brian is doing with his assignment. Why am I interested? Because he's been asking for my help with some of the help with some of his works, and I gladly agreed to. Why would I do that? Because by helping Brian focus on his practices, so he can bring trophies to our beloved school. It's safe to say I'm part of a bigger cause. Not like I'm doing this for personal reasons, right? Oh. I wanted to, sorry. I wanted to read Brian like a book, peep into his beautiful head. Fill it with the desires I had to secretly incubate. You. Desires of whispering words like, don't leave me, don't go away, don't smile for others. Cleo. What the fuck? I thought was I not supposed to? Maybe I'm supposed to. It's either you're supposed to look away or look at the circle the whole time. You have to do one or the other, and I completely fucked it up. Okay. So this time I'm just gonna look at it the whole time. Just hand off the controller. Oh. Okay, there we go. I have to keep my hand on the controller. Okay, we're live. And I can't see anything. Dude, what am I supposed to do? I can't. I don't know. Am I supposed to wait for a cutscene? Can I turn the page? No, I can't turn the page. Finish what you started. Is there a new one up there? No. And I can't. Oh shit. Okay, that creeped me out. Okay. That did legit creep me out. October 4th, 2006. Stacy invited everyone to the late post-victory party at her place this Friday. Weird that she told me this this at the hallway herself. The sudden act of courtesy was enough to leave me frozen. But to think of it, a self-conscious beauty queen like Stacy would love showing off how tolerant she could be. I prefer celebrating quietly in my room, but since the party is practically being held for Brian, I thought it would be sort of nice of me to not be there. He was nothing but nice to me since I met him, so the least I could do is show up. Plus, I could probably witness the face Stacy makes when she sees I actually had the nerve to show up. Just maybe, even piss her off if I managed to strike a conversation with Brian and Omega hang out with an alpha. Kyle would be busy comforting Stacy, fuming about how I mess up her ecosystem. No peer pressure, Sam. Just clean drinks and hopefully some casual talk with Brian. What could possibly go wrong? Okay. Like staring into closed eyes, I could never know if B knew I was looking at him. Did he even know I was there? Maybe he knew, but simply didn't care. The only thing, looking back, is my decaying sanity, and I wanted to look away so much. But what's the point when the stench is still there? I started to think the only way to get B's attention was to throw myself with Colton Hill. How did I come so low? All I wanted was a chance to show how I feel about B without any noise getting in the way. I still could have the some peace with Brian despite all the shit I had to deal with. Brian was super likable. Everyone liked everything about him. They couldn't stop smiling when Brian started talking. The smiles they gave him made me want to puke. They smile as if their relationships with Brian mean much more than the one I have with B. And yet, I was the only one left with a broken heart when he left Rosen Peak. B was so determined about leaving that being a star player wasn't enough for him. B needed to be a fucking model student. Nothing says, pick me to college admission like a spotless student record. He can't just shake up my whole world and leave. What's going on? Dude, what the fuck? I legit don't know what's going on. Okay. I mean, I was trying to do that. I'll try again. Okay, this is my... There we go. Let me just turn up so I can actually read. I know it's a little laggy, but most of this game is reading, and luckily the lag doesn't really have an effect too much. It almost looks like, because you're the girl of 17 who was found dead on Colton Hill likely ended her own life, police say. Sam Holt, a transfer student of Wainwright Academy, had reported missing for 6 days until Rosen Peak authorities discovered her body in the forest. Due to the days of heavy rain around the time of her death, the investigation on Miss Holt's death faced few challenges. However, interviews with school faculty members and a student led to the possibility that she threw herself off the cliff of Colton Hill after months of rejections from her peers. She was rarely seen with others, says one of the former teachers. She was even publicly humiliated just before her disappearance. It must have worked as a tipping point for her. Rosen Peak police say the fall did not kill Sam instantly. It is possible she gasped for air through her broken neck before dying. Wainwright Academy now faces a suspicion of neglecting its students led by the mother of. Okay, there we go. That took a while. October 11th, 2006. Oh man. Everything's gone wrong. All my senses are screaming in pain. I don't even remember drinking any booze. The pain only escalated the moment Brian texted me, "You feeling okay?" No, it was not okay. And why does Brian ask me this? Did I do something to him? According to Brian, I went from being quiet to crazy happy and cute. His words, not mine, real quick. I was so close to being the center of the party that he had to bring me back to the dorm. Why can't I remember any of them? Congrats, Sam. You've reached a new low in life. Shit, is this it? Is this how I die? I sincerely asked Brian if there was a good place to kill myself. He said, maybe now is a good time to show my secret hideout, since I passed the test by showing the whole school a different me. Is he seriously going to take me up to his Colden Hill hideout? Tomorrow I'm going to be going to the so-called most romantic place in Rosen Park with Brian. There's something in my head that's keeping me awake, and it's not a hangover. That's October 11th, 2006. And there is, again, oh, dude. Anybody there? Anybody? I'm assuming no. Oh shit, we're on Colden Hill or whatever again. With no flashlight. Is that rock? I think that was the same rock we got that one note when we came here last time. I think that's the same rock. It had the note from Brian to Sam. And I really don't know where else to go. It's lighting up a little bit, but it's not much of distance. I can't remember the word for that. Visibility. Other than like 1 foot visibility. It's just the rock. I'm assuming we're supposed to do something here. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, is this the place where Sam killed herself? I think I'm going to end it right here because I think we're halfway through, and then I can get a good episode for YouTube, and then we'll start it again. So I hope everybody enjoyed.